Welcome back to BeMore Academy, the place to be if you want to unlock your potential and live your best life.
And today it's all about that. Best life and learning to dream big, showing up and creating your best life, creating your dreams. So today we would like to inspire you and empower you, show you how you can step into the biggest dream and declare it and start creating this in your reality. We see too many people still waiting and, hiding and perfecting and analyzing
and procrastinating
forever
and shrinking.
And of course, this kind of thing is not gonna bring joy or happiness, to you. And we wanna change that. So today we're gonna talk about mindset. We're gonna bring what's happening inside of you on the table. We wanna bring more light, more awareness. We wanna really focus on this because I think it's so crucial, and many people just don't realize why some situation keeps repeating in their life, and why there seems to be no progress, there seems to be no elevation, there seems to be no expansion. And it is because the mindset, it is because what's happening inside of us. And today, this is a subject. We're going to show you how you can start noticing it, how you can address it, and the 4 steps that is going to really help you move forward, shift and move forward. You have the power to do it. I know this. And maybe you just need these 10 minutes of videos to get inspired and to really start doing it, creating it for yourself. And so when we're talking about mindset, you have to realize why certain situation tends to repeat itself, in our life, and why it's kind of tends to keep us stagnate or stuck. It's because it's trying to tell you something, and we're not hearing, we're not used to actually hear what's showing up and allow the healing to happen. We want to work, we want to avoid, we want to force it, we want to use the mind wheel, the willpower to kind of create a bridge around it and, avoid it and pretend it's not our stuff. And I truly believe that mindset is crucial if you want to grow, if you want to do awesome life, if you want to grow and show up. And mindset means that you actually understand that whenever you allow the healing to happen, whenever you shift inside of you, you actually remove the reason for that situation to keep appearing. That situation is just going to become a non-issue for you, just going to become transparent. There's going to be no emotional charge in it for you, and it's just going to fall away. And this is where you create a new space, a new opportunity to create a forward motion, to really show up. And so today we're just going to talk about mindset, why this matters so much, and what you can do to really empower yourself and to really start consciously creating. And so the best way to actually start is to really check your mindset. So how do we check? How do we check where we're at? We all have the feeling, doing great. I just need this detail here and there. But how do you really check? To check the game, I want to ask you a question. How big is your game right now? How much are you showing up? How many people are you helping? Are you really helping from the space of your gifts, of your divine gifts that were given to you? Are you helping from that space of truth and heart connection? So how big is your game right now? Are you earning enough money, to feel supported, to feel elevated, to feel like the universe is calling you and supporting you and just want to stretch you even more that you have ever, dreamt? How big is your game right now? How much value are you delivering to people? Because you have to realize that the only way you can create money and you can create impact in your life is to deliver more value to more people. That's the only way. More value and more people. And so let's talk about value for a second. So every one of us, I know, was given a really specific skills, given a mission, and for this mission you were given specific skills, talents, unique qualities, and your life turned in a way that you could have very specific events happening, experiences, and this is making you a totally unique. There never was something like you on this planet, and there never will be. So when we talk about value, you need to realize that whenever you create or whenever you put your gifts on the table, this is the utmost value that you can ever deliver. Utmost. It's not about working more. It's not about working all the day and all the night. It's not about trying to work faster. It's actually, what are you delivering? What kind of value are you delivering? Is it just about your body moving and you're digging holes? Or is it just about you delivering, fancy sandwiches? Or are you bringing all the gifts? Are you bringing truth? Are you opening your heart when you exchange value? Are you bringing your unique visions and unique abilities to see, to listen, to sense, to inspire? Are you bringing all of this on the table? Because this is where your unique proposition is. And this is what we're waiting for you to do. To bring your truth, fullness, to open up and to show up. So this is where value actually lies. And nobody else has what you have. That's why it's so valuable and it's so unique. And when you bring your essence, these essential gifts on the table, everything changes. Everything changes, and people would want to work with you just because of your specific frequency, just because of your specific energy, because the way you see life. They want to work with you on whatever, topic. They feel they connect really deeply, and their soul understands that they need to work with you, and so they want to work with you. So this is where real magic happens. You create astonishing results. You create really magical feedback. You get magical feedback. And none of this is possible if you do not show up. If you pretend to be a programmer or designer or something small, something replaceable, because you're not. And that's crucial to understand when we talk about value. So another thing is, to how many people are you delivering value? Because each time you deliver something, each time you work with somebody, you change their lives. You create a new perspective, a new shift. You're creating a new reality around what they're used to, and you help them change. You help them shift. You help them tap into something they were not even aware of. So you change what they're able to create, able to do, able to understand, able to sense. And this is where the value is. So to how many people are you delivering value? How many people do we normally work with? I mean, we see people that are more or less at around maybe 10, 20, maybe 30 clients. So this is like a norm. When you have 10, 20, 30, this is like, okay, yeah. That's it. And today, dreaming bigger game actually means allowing yourself to dream, not only to observe out there people who are delivering value to 100 and 200 and 300, 500, sometimes thousands of people. That it's not just somebody on the television, somebody out there, somebody really far, but to their dream of you showing up, bringing your gold, bringing the gifts that were given to you, that were meant to be shared, and really finding ways to deliver them to more people than 10, to more than 20, to more than 30, to hundreds of people. That's so crucial. And when you start stretching your vision, you cannot create that before you start asking the right question, before of seeing yourself there and allowing this vision to exist. Because when you envision yourself delivering this, it's like ordering. I'm okay with this. I'm ready now to dream big. I'm ready to show up. Unless you start doing it in your vision, you will never find ways to actually create it. You have to start dream big, and the results, the solutions are going to show up. Before envisioning, you could have results under your nose, and You will not see them. You will not use them. That's magic. And so, do you have something that you would like to add here?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that many people usually are afraid to dream big because they are afraid to actually realize how much they have already. And also they are afraid of, we are afraid of how. How are we going to, manifest all these things? And actually it takes me to the first key, which is declare what you want. Declare what you want. As I said, we are afraid of dreaming big because we are afraid of not being able to commit to that big dream. And how are we going to manifest? But the very first thing actually is to really understand and realize our big vision before knowing how. Because you are not supposed to know all the answers up front, and actually no one knows. So I would really like to encourage you today to actually dare to dream bigger and dare to ask more, to invite more of who you are, to create a bigger impact for people. So what is it that you would like to bring on this planet? How many people would you like to serve? And then don't focus on your how, but really focus on that very first thing.
Yeah.
What is it that you would like to bring on the planet?
It's amazing. So the next step, is to actually move from envisioning to actually creating a momentum of allowing to receive, allowing me to feel okay with that vision, and to be in a space of expectation. Because only envisioning, life will not bring you what you only envision. Because if you do not demonstrate, if you do not affirm it with the space of really okaying it and expecting it to show up, because your space of expectations of this to be truly, that you create space for this in your life, it's going to show up because you will start doing action. You will start saying, you will start connecting with people, you will start following some videos, you will start reading, you will start connecting. So this demonstrates that you are serious about this. So envision it, make it synchronize with your heart, with your soul, and then expect it to be delivered. Expect it, move forward. That's so important. Don't stop there. Move forward, get more information, prepare yourself to actually have that in your life.
Yes.
The third key.
And the third key is actually, it's a little bit what you already mentioned about allowing. But here it's more about being aware of all the opportunities that are here around you. So it means that even if you are envisioning something really strongly, and then you expect those results to come in your life, but maybe you might expect them to come in a certain way. And here in this key, I would like to invite you to allow all the opportunities that are here for you in this moment. So it means to be aware of what is here around you. Don't close the doors. I've seen people and I've read stories of people saying, oh, I was expecting this and that in my life, but somehow it didn't happen. But this and that happened. I'm not sure. Is it okay? Of course it's okay. Allow. It's the universe way to say, yes, there is so much more than what we think. There is so much more available. And we have just a limited capacity actually to think about how we can create results in our life.
Yes, this is what I wanted to add. Yeah.
And actually, when you allow this, you say, yes, I'm ready for much more. Please, universe, show me how. I am ready.
Yeah. Allowing is, I would just like to focus on something. Allowing is also opening up. So it's not demanding it to come in the way you were used to kind of receive, from the same kind of resources, in the same kind of way. So allowing actually means that you surrender the way this is going to appear in your life. And this openness actually starts putting you out of your box and start to be sensitive to the now. It will sensitize you to the things that are showing up, emails that are showing up, conversations, people, books. So this is how universe starts to talk to you. And if you keep your frame, it's probably not going to happen. You need to create this openness. You need to try new things. You need to try, okay, guide me, show me. I'm ready to step out and try new stuff.
And many times this shows up as actually people coming to you or messaging you or contacting you and say, hey, I've noticed you are doing, I don't know, something else, which was not actually part of the plan, but I've noticed this ability of you to do this and that. And like, okay, whatever, I'm focused on my goal, But no, be open and say, wow, I didn't know that there was something special about this that people were attracted by. So give yourself a chance to open up completely.
Yeah. And so within this opening, the next step is to actually take action. And especially, I love talking about inspired action. Of course, massive action. Don't be somebody who is doing micro steps,
Macro steps are actually a good starting point.
Yeah, but still massive action and inspired action. So when it shows up in your reality, when you see, wow, when your heart is like, woo, this is it. I so much want this. So it's up to you to actually answer that calling, to actually go there, to actually buy a ticket, to actually participate, to actually, go there. Even if you don't know no one, go for that event, go to meet new people, show up. So inspired action means your heart tells you that this is the way. And then you're not finding 100 excuses for why this doesn't make sense, but to actually follow that. Inspired action. Your heart will tell you when it's time and that this is it. And it's your job to follow that. That's called inspired action. And you have to know that you cannot create results if you do not implement, if you do not action. You cannot. It's actually the point is to become so sensitive, so open to whatever is showing up, so that everything represents a possible solution to what you want to bring in your life. And your heart will pick the right ones. It starts, joy kicks in and you just know, you just feel it. And then it's your job to follow that and to do it, to implement it. You cannot create results. Write this down. You can never create a result if you do not action and implement. That's critical. So I would like to close this video with a question. And it goes like this. I would like to bring this question on the table and just ask yourself, if I would be guaranteed to succeed in anything that I would attempt, if I'm guaranteed that whatever I will do next is gonna succeed, it's like guaranteed by the universe. And failing is totally out of the question. Everything is gonna just succeed. Ask yourself, what would I do? What would I attempt to create in my life? What would my legacy be if there's absolutely zero chance of failing? So I want you to hold that question and really just hold it and allow it to stretch your world. If there's no way I fail, what would I actually do? How would I show up? And what does my heart cares the most about? I hope we showed you a glimpse of how we also work with our clients. What does it mean when we go in the inner game, of what's happening inside, and why that is so crucial, and why I think mindset is really the major part of the business. Besides, business strategy and marketing, mindset is really where the game happens, where the work happens, when the real work happens. After you release the resistance to you, to your success, to your radiance, to your possibility, it's going to be so much easier to move. It's going to be so much easier to deal with the resistance. And I feel many times when the mindset, when the beliefs are still kicking in, and it's almost like you want to do it, half of you would totally put okay and gas and yeah, let's do it. And half of you just no. So it's like in the car, like if you would, accelerate and brake and accelerate and brake. And it's distortion that it's, keeping so many people not moving forward, so many people giving up, so many people frustrated. And it is because of your mindset. Something inside of you is resisting going forward. Something inside of you is afraid to show up, is afraid of judgment, is afraid of, being seen in a certain way and not having what we expect to get from other people. So I will do another video just on that, on what's actually happening and how to recognize those momentums that's happening inside of you and how to really talk to them, how to really resolve them, so that this space becomes a flow, and so that inspiration can flow, and you will start trusting your inner guidance system. You will start trusting that voice. And this is where inspired action really kicks in. And after those two align, expect miracles in your life. Okay. Thank you for showing up.
Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. BeMore Academy. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.